We made it by a couple seconds.
Heck yeah.
This is Goojpod, and I am Cannon.
I'm Hailey.
And this is episode 8.
That's crazy.
You know what episode 8 means?
What?
It means we've been fucking doing this shit for 2 months.
That's nuts.
2 whole entire months. At the time of recording this, we've had 3 episodes posted.
Yep.
And we've gained little to no traction as expected.
That's okay.
Not really pushing it anywhere yet, so I wanted to get a bunch of stuff posted that I can just rip bits and pieces from to post on other social media, so it's alright. It's good. I'm happy with where we're at.
Yeah. I
need to watch your stream. And full screen. Okay. Yeah, I just really wanted to touch on the fact that we've been doing this for 2 months. I'm glad we stuck with it. I really enjoy coming back here every Saturday?
Yeah.
Jesus, what day is it? I guess it's Sunday now. I come in here every Saturday and recording. I say coming here like it's not the room, but like doing this.
Yeah.
Every Saturday is. I look forward to it. I'm constantly thinking of stuff to do for it. We were talking about it today, how much growth I feel like we've had.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I wanted to go ahead and do my final update on Debbie Collier.
Okay.
Until there is anything more. There's been nothing. So, if anything else is ever heard about that case, I will make sure to cover it here. You'll be the first to know. We didn't really do a whole lot this week. I worked a lot, it feels like.
Yeah.
Back at work sucks, you know. One of the guys I work with, we'll just do a little bit of bowling alley drama here. It's not really much, but he broke his nose.
Oh.
At work.
Oh.
And just left without telling anybody and left blood all over everything.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, I was like, one of the guys I work with was like, why is there blood all over the bathroom? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's the same idea as, why is there pubes all over the bathroom?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I got we went to a game exchange again today. Mm-hmm. I found a Teen Oblivion case. It had the manual, or the mature rated manual in it, so I found a mature rated copy that had a teen manual, so I swapped them bitches out.
The little switcheroony.
Got a fucking a mature disc with it though. That sucks. But yeah, no. I guess we could go ahead and jump into yours.
Works for me.
2.5 minutes in. I think it's the quickest we've actually jumped to.
Yeah.
Because you never do anything for the intro.
It's true.
It's always just me.
I'm bad at speaking.
Then what are you getting ready to do? That has nothing to... You're...
It's my research stuff. I'm not good at things on the fly.
I wrote down notes for all of that.
Oh, fair.
I write down notes to make talking points. I don't write down... It's not scripted or anything. It's just I give myself a little juicy tenderloin to go off of.
Juicy tenderloin.
We got our dog chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. Grilled. They did. They smelled like his farts, actually.
It was really gross.
But yeah, no, that's all we've really done.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So.
Actually, what I should say, we should do a little intro for this part.
Okay.
So this is Goojpod, and if you've never listened before, what we do is we talk about true crime and other stuff. Today we have the case of
Christi Nichols.
Christi Nichols.
Nope.
Close enough. Crispy nipples.
No.
All right, let's go with it.
All right. So, it's kind of an old one. You know, I love my old cases. We'll just start out on December 10th of 1987. Christi, who was 22, and her husband, Mark, who was 26, went to a bar after leaving their children at home with a babysitter. Now, Christi happened to work part-time at this bar, and the bar was also owned by Mark's uncle. This is small town. Can't remember the name of the town for the life of me right now because obviously I didn't write it down. But I do believe it's North Dakota.
Which one of these people is her?
None of them. Let me pull her up.
Probably because I spelled it wrong.
This girl.
Okay.
That's her husband, Mark, one of their kids. Now, since I'm already here, let me get the location. No, it's Nebraska. Gothenburg, Nebraska.
Gothenburg.
Okay. So.
Why'd you close it out?
I don't know.
Give us something to look at.
Okay. We'll do this one.
Until you definitely don't edit these.
So, after the bar, they went to a convenience store and left around 12:30 a.m. Mark returned home around 1 and paid the babysitter, claiming that Christi had run into the house super quick to use the bathroom. The babysitter, Diane, never saw Christi. No one had seen her since they left the convenience store. In the morning, Christi's mother called the house looking for her daughter, just wanted to talk to her, and Mark said that Christi was sleeping. He later said that he said this because he didn't want to worry her mom.
Okay.
Mark then dropped the kids off at their great-grandmother's house, Christi's grandmother, and told her that Christi was missing. Didn't ask, like, oh, have you seen her? Have you heard from her? Just was like, oh, by the way, she's missing. Mark then, in the afternoon, filed a police report saying that they got into an argument at home after leaving the convenience store, and then he fell asleep, and when he woke up, she was gone. She had taken a suitcase and a purse with her. Now, this is the bit I find kind of weird. He was able to say the exact contents of both the purse and the suitcase.
Yeah, that's weird.
In the suitcase were jeans, a sweatshirt, a bra, and a jacket. In her purse, she had a hairbrush, a pen, a lighter, a matchbook, lipstick, Neutrogena face cream, nail file, mirror, and one single piece of gum.
Okay.
3 months later, the purse and suitcase were found at a rest stop off the interstate.
With the exact contents he described.
With the exact contents he described, and basically they stated that it looks like someone put it there to be found.
Yeah, that's... How long did you say it was?
3 months later.
Jesus.
And it was, like, intact, everything. It just looked purposeful.
Yeah. That seems like a long... Was it there for 3 months, or did he just plant it randomly?
People are, like, they assumed that it was just randomly there.
Okay.
Which, wild. So, for a little bit of backstory before she went missing, Christi had gone to the hospital multiple times for injuries sustained from Mark. That was known to be a fairly abusive relationship.
Yeah.
She then later met with an abuse counselor, but then Mark found out and threatened her and told her never to go back, which she did. She went back one more time. 2 days before she went missing, she met with a divorce attorney. And the divorce attorney has stated publicly that she was extremely stressed and looked like she had been recently beaten. So, I was going to leave this bit... Yeah, I'm going to leave it for the end.
Okay.
Okay, so in 1990, which is 3 years after Christi disappeared, he filed for divorce, claiming desertion, because he stated that Christi had been seeing another man and ran off with him.
Okay. Did he have any proof?
Yes.
Oh.
A note was found from Christi to this other man after she disappeared.
Convenient.
Saying that she wanted to talk to him, but she wouldn't be able to until Christmas, and they had to lie low.
Okay.
Now, blood was found on the floor of the bedroom and in the trunk of Mark's car. Mark claimed it was period blood.
Of all the excuses you could make.
In the trunk of his car?
Yeah.
And here's the kicker. Police said that it was not enough evidence to prove that Christi was dead.
Okay. I mean, that makes no sense at all.
No. Now here's... Oops, sorry for the very loud page turning.
It's horrible.
So, Mark had found out about the lawyer visit and threatened Christi by taking the kids and just leaving home. Christi tried to file a police report, basically stating that he had taken the kids and, she was afraid of him. But the chief of police, and I'm name dropping, Bob Shackleton, said that Mark was allowed to withhold the children from her, and that if she ever came into the police station again, he'd arrest her.
For what?
Dunno.
Well, he sounds like a nut.
Yeah, as it turns out, Mark's family was really, really good friends with Bob Shackleton and
Shocking.
his family.
Wow. Would not have guessed that.
Right? So she had been harassed by Shackleton twice before in the same day, one of which being at the convenience store where she was last seen, and the second one basically telling her to get her act together with Mark.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a small town, but basically, when she met with the abuse counselor, she met with the abuse counselor in Bob Shackleton's office, which is how Mark found out that she was meeting with the abuse counselor. And don't know if this is funny because it's like, it just adds another layer, or funny just because it's a small town, but the ER doctor who admitted her with the injuries ended up marrying Bob Shackleton a year later.
Oh my God.
So this is just like, I mean, her body's never been found.
What was the population of this town?
I do not know. Let's look that up.
I was going to say, you've got the screen. Go for it.
Gotham.
That says Tothen.
Ooh, might be.
Gothenburg. Gothenburg. Sweden.
Well, it currently in 2020 has a population of 3,469 people.
3,574 in 2010, so not many.
No, not at all.
You can imagine probably about, 2,500,
Yeah.
2,800 maybe?
Yeah.
So very, very small.
Teeny tiny.
What city is it closest to? You want to click on the map?
It is...
I'm just curious to see if it's, really in the middle of nowhere, which, I mean, it's Nebraska, so yeah.
It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's Nebraska for you.
Yeah.
It's not super far from Omaha.
Not terribly so, and it's not far from Lincoln.
So, I mean, you say that. That's
It's like
probably
half
4
the state.
hours.
Yeah.
What's that city to the left? At the top of Colorado? No, like at the interstate junction.
This one?
The interstate junction at the corner of Nebraska and Colorado.
Julesburg? Big Springs?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just saw that there was 2 interstates converging there, and usually there's bigger cities where you have interstates doing that.
Yeah. So yeah,
not
that's
in that case.
Fun one.
Yeah, that's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, absolute middle of nowhere. So, I didn't write this down.
You get a hotel there for $62.
That's pretty cheap.
I wonder why.
Yep.
Spit it out.
The reason that Mark found out about the lawyer visit is because the lawyer was like, hey, we need to call the police about the abuse situation. And Christi's like, please don't. Like, we don't need to do that.
Yeah, because the police are his buddies.
Yeah, and the lawyer called anyways.
Good.
Guess who picked up the phone?
Yeah.
Bob Shackleton, who immediately called Mark and let him know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mark is still alive.
Okay.
He's been married twice since.
Did they both end up dead?
I don't know. Didn't do a whole lot of research into that one, but yeah, it's obvious what happened.
Yeah.
The police...
Has her body been found?
Nope.
Really?
Never been found.
So it's still considered just an open case?
Yeah. Police now believe that it is foul play, but
Really?
they're just... Yeah.
Really? That's shocking.
I know. They say that the case is still open.
It only took them 30 years to decide that it was foul play?
Right? But I mean, honestly, like, you dump a body in Nebraska, like, there's a very low possibility that the body's ever going to be found.
Yeah, because everybody just, avoids Nebraska.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Nothing else?
Nope. Just a super simple police corruption, husband murdering case.
That was literally everything you had.
Yeah. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of reporting on it.
Yeah.
When she went missing, they put It was like 5 sentences.
Is the kid still alive?
Yes, both children are still alive.
Oh, there was 2? Mm-hmm. I only saw the kid in the one picture.
They are now in their mid to late 30s.
Yep.
And they
Hopefully no longer living in Nebraska.
I believe so. They actually did an interview with a blogger who had found out about the case.
Yeah.
Which is where most of this information came from, because everything else that you read, it's like, she went missing. This is what happened.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, that one...
Because there was basically no police effort put in whatsoever to actually do any proper policing.
Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, you find blood in the bedroom and in someone's trunk.
Yeah. And that's pretty damning in most cases.
Yeah, like, let me just, when I get my period, I just go and lay in my husband's trunk.
And the floor of the bedroom.
And the floor of the bedroom.
And bleed.
And bleed.
That's what most people do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, none of that makes sense. It's very obvious what happened.
Yeah.
Like, he's just lying and had police help. I just can't imagine being in a position, like, I have friends. And I can only imagine if, well, actually, I have a statement to make, but if I had any friends that were police officers, I don't think that I have any friends that are good enough friends to help me murder my wife.
And cover it up? Hell no.
Like, how evil do you have to be?
Right?
But then I was going to say, the people that I do know that I don't consider friends that are cops would definitely do that.
Oh, 100%.
You know exactly who I'm thinking of. The guy who immediately got fired from the police force was a constable for ages. If you're listening, you suck. I'm not saying all constables suck. I'm saying specifically this one guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But he 100% would.
Oh, 100. Dude, he would probably ask if he could murder her.
Yeah.
Actually, like, he's a nutball.
Your wife's giving you some trouble? You want me to take her out back?
Like, and he would probably actually do it.
Yeah.
Like, he is unhinged. He does not need to have a firearm.
No. Not at all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I guess if that's the end of yours, we could go ahead and jump over to mine. I've already, I say mine, the trivia portion.
Okay.
I know that I already gave you a little sneak peek. Mm-hmm. I didn't give her anything. I just told her that she wasn't going to like it. It's themed. It's my first themed trivia. Other than it all just being true crime, of course. It's all true crime trivia.
Yep.
But this time, it is European themed.
Ooh.
I went very broad with it because I didn't know if you knew anything about very specific stuff.
Okay.
So I tried to go really broad with stuff in Europe.
We shall see.
Did you want to get maybe a more attractive looking screen?
Yeah.
Other than a map of Nebraska. Anyways, so this is the Goojpod, and this is the trivia portion of the Goojpod. Today I have done... Actually, you know what? I'm going to reword that. I pick 5 trivia questions to give to Hailey, and she tries to answer them, usually wrong. You're currently what? I've been doing this for 3. This is the 4th?
No, this is the 5th.
This is the 5th?
Yeah.
And you've gotten like 1 right?
I have gotten, I think, 14 out of 20.
And if you're listening at home and want to play along, feel free and let us know if you're better at trivia, true crime trivia, than Hailey. We're going to go ahead and start.
Okay.
This is European true crime trivia. Say that 3 times fast. Question number 1. What European country has the highest murder rate per capita? A. Latvia. B. Lithuania. C. Albania. Or D. Estonia.
I'm going on a hunch, and I'm going to say Albania.
Albania. Are you googing your answer in?
I'm googing my answer.
You took the red herring.
Dang it.
I specifically picked Albania because we had watched How to Sell Drugs Online Fast and Booba. And they have the Albanian crime lords. Yeah. It is up there. All of these are in the top, 20.
Okay.
The answer is Latvia.
Okay.
And it specifically was highest murder rate. I don't know if you listened to that or not.
Yeah.
But they have 4.88 murders per 100,000 individuals.
Wow.
Which is actually still really low.
Yeah, that's super low. I was expecting it to be much higher.
Well, the United States puts those numbers off the chart.
Fair enough.
We're talking about Europe.
Yeah.
It was actually really, really, really hard to find trivia questions about Europe. I kind of regretted it after finding 2, and then I spent almost an hour and a half finding the last 3. Because Europeans just don't commit crimes like they do in the United States.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
guns.
Guns.
All right. Question number 2. Which of the following cities has the most violent crime? And that wording is very particular. Which of the following European cities has the most violent crime? Is it A, Tallinn, Estonia, B, Paris, France, C, Athens, Greece, or D, Kizil, Russia?
I'm going Paris, France.
Are you googing your answer in?
I'm googing my answer in.
You took the red herring.
Dang it!
I put some of these in, like, literally, you've fallen for both of the first 2 bait ones.
Shoot.
So the answer is A, Tallinn, Estonia.
Okay.
It is number 1 in Europe for violent crime. Paris, France is 15th.
Okay.
Athens, Greece is 16th. And Kizil, Russia is 21st.
Okay.
Question number 3. What is the name of the European serial killer with the most homicides? Is it A, Jack the Ripper, B, Harold Shipman, C, Amelia Dyer, or D, Mary Ann Smith? And to clarify, all of these are European serial killers.
Can you read the second name to me again?
Harold Shipman.
I'm going with that one.
You googing your answer in as Harold Shipman.
I have absolutely no idea.
You're wrong.
Is it Mary Ann Smith?
You did not take the red herring, though. The red herring was
Mary Ann Smith?
Jack the Ripper was the red herring because it's the only one that I knew. No, Mary Ann Smith is also not. I think she had like 40 homicides.
Okay.
The answer is C, Amelia Dyer.
Okay.
She was officially dubbed the Angel Maker. Amelia, in air quotes here, took care of babies that mothers no longer could.
Okay.
She was secretly murdering babies for 30 years.
Yeah.
And it was not abortions before anybody asks. I looked into it. I was curious if she was like doing abortions and they counted that as murder, and that was not the case. She was killing babies for 30 years.
Crazy.
Now, question number 4. In Europe, specifically, second only to the United Kingdom, which has 166, what country has the most serial killers? So, next to the United Kingdom, in Europe specifically, what country has the most serial killers? Has had, so ever, like in total, all time. A, France, B, Italy, C, Spain, or D, Russia?
I'm going with Italy.
Are you googing your answer in?
Yep.
What was the reason you gave?
I don't have a reason.
You're correct.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's correct. France has had 71. Italy has had 97. Spain has had 17. And Russia has had 73. So,
Cool.
Not like a huge win on murderers or serial killers, I apologize. But still, I didn't expect you to get that one, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
What'd you expect me to guess?
Russia.
Oh.
The red herring.
Yeah, I felt like that was too obvious.
Just because it's huge and there's a ton of people.
Yeah.
And it's cold and Russians like killing people, I feel like. Especially right now. Fun fact, the European cities thing, there was like 5 or 10 cities in Ukraine that are within the top most dangerous cities in Europe.
Damn.
And I decided not to use those.
Yeah. Too topical.
Indeed. Well, I mean, but then I didn't use them specifically because I felt like I didn't want to have to explain that it wasn't skewed by current events.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, duh, of course right
Obviously.
now. Yeah. All right, so back on track here. We're going to question number 5. And I just need the closest to the correct number.
Okay.
And I say that I'm not making you guess. It's still multiple choice.
All right.
How many gun-involved homicides are there per year in the European Union? A, 7,000. B, 1,000. C, 800. Or D, 2,000.
In the whole European Union?
The whole of the European Union.
I'm going 1,000.
You're googing your answer in at 1,000. You are correct.
Heck yeah. I was going to go 800, but...
Yeah, there are 1,000 gun-involved homicides roughly per year in the European Union, and 7,000 violent crimes committed with guns in the European Union.
That's crazy.
That's about the daily rate in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Not actually. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm sure it's not far from that.
Yeah.
But that does it. You got 2 out of 5?
Yeah.
2 out of 5 ain't bad.
I'm pretty proud of that.
But that was the first themed one. The next episode will probably not be themed unless I come up with a decent theme. We're going to be having a Halloween episode soon. I don't know if we mentioned that before. This is going to be out way after the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
But the Halloween episode is going to be the first episode that we're actually posting on time for the event. But I know I mentioned to you before that I really wanted to start doing the themed episodes. I think they're cool.
Yeah.
It gives us a little bit more freedom outside of our normal boundaries we've set for ourselves with this podcast. But I guess we're 25 minutes in, so roughly half.
Yeah.
We could go ahead and stop and take a quick little break.
Sounds good to me.
I don't really need to do anything for the break.
I kind of do.
Just cool it down in here a little bit real quick.
Yeah, that would be nice.
All right. Anyways, so when we come back from the break, we still have the arrest portion of the podcast where we show you mugshots, describe the people, and probably go to hell for talking about them the way that we do. We also have my music portion, which will be what's coming up right after the break. And then that's it for the Spotify version, or the Spotify. Yeah, well, I shouldn't call it that. The audio-only portion.
Yeah.
We'll be back very shortly. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome the fuck back.
Heck yeah.
This is Goojpod. We're back. It was a little bit longer than I anticipated for a break. Ended up having to take a potty break. But we're back with the music section, as you can see on your screen. I wanted to do a little intro for this. It's probably not going to be any good, but I'm going to try it anyways. I'm going to do one take, and if I like it, I like it. If not, I may redo it eventually, but... You're listening to Goojpod Radio. I don't like it at all. I don't like that one at all. I'll probably redo that again, but...
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so this is the part of the podcast where I show you new music that I found this week. I actually lost my headphones. So these were all found very recently, actually. It says 7 days ago. I found 2 songs last week after recording and put them in here, and then the other ones... As you can see on my screen, it says 3 days and 10 minutes.
Oh, mine says 1 hour.
It was probably about an hour. But I haven't backed off the page, so it's going to just be there on my end. But anyways, so we're starting off with Pain by Nazgul Graveman. And I had some things I wanted to say before we listen to it.
Sounds good.
His Spotify is fucking cursed.
Really?
Click on it.
Okay.
You click on it, and he doesn't have any music posted. That is a playlist.
Yeah.
21,972 monthly listeners and nothing.
That's crazy.
And I want to clarify, before we listen to the song, he is not using a slur.
Okay.
It is Wicker Man.
Okay.
It does not sound like Wicker Man all the time. When I first listened to this, I was like, I'm sorry, what did he say? All right. You're playing, or I should say, you're going to be listening to Pain by Nazgul Graveman, starting now. This one is kind of SoundCloud rappy,
Okay.
but I really like it. Reminds me of Six Dogs, Rip. He says Skellington.
I love it.
Like Jack Skellington? Because I think that's actually what it is Skellington, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Oh my god, it says red dot.
I've got a red dot pointed at your brain. The whole time I thought it said red dog, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
I'm sure we can go ahead and pause. I really wish that I could have found out more about him.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. I don't know. Yeah. It's good. I love it.
It was very good.
It definitely reminds you of that SoundCloud era of music,
does
I think.
indeed.
Like, yeah, it's really good though. Like it sounds so much like Six Dogs to me. And he's dead. So like
Yeah.
No, so this next song is Control by This Is Too Difficult. I absolutely love this guy's merch.
Oh.
Like when we get done here, I'm probably buying a shirt from him.
Okay.
I'll throw up some pictures of his merch in post if I remember to. But I wanted to look at his merch with you when we get done.
Okay.
Like I don't want to just raw dog that on my own. I want to show you because I love it. I legitimately love it. It's really cool. He's sold out of the one that I liked the most, which was like a manga panel with.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool. The stuff's really cool. But this is a band that I've listened to for a long time, at least other of their music. And I was watching a small car YouTuber last week after we got done recording and found this song. And I was like, I love this. I need to find out what this is, and trying to get you to help me find it. And he ended up having it in the credits. Prism Mike is his YouTube channel, just for giving credit where credit is due. It's a pretty decent little car channel if you like car stuff. He does 240 drifting stuff. Pretty cool. All right, so this is Too Difficult with the song Control playing now. Oh, also it's 6 minutes, so we're probably going to not listen to the whole thing.
Okay.
Probably about 3 minutes. This is the song that I've been singing all day.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled up his Instagram, and he just had a baby.
Oh.
At least, like one of the most recent things he's posted. From what I read, it's a three-part band, and I think the main guy is the vocalist, and then drummer and guitar, I think.
I really like the album cover.
To say they actually only have 21,000 monthly listeners. This is their newest album, the one with the smiley face.
Oh, I like all their album covers.
Stop talking for the best part. That was the best part. You talk right over the middle of it.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, the whole song's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you on their album covers. I do like them all. They feel like they should be a lot bigger than 21K.
Agreed.
A little bit of that twinkle. Okay, let's go ahead and pause for length's sake. If you get the opportunity to listen to the whole song, I highly recommend it. The whole thing's really good. The next song up, I meant to mention this. I was only going to have 4 songs, and then I was looking into Subtlety some more, which is the next band. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and click on their Spotify.
Okay.
The album cover is a fox. Hummingbird. I couldn't think of what those were called. A fox hummingbird?
Mm-hmm.
Looking over daisies. Those are daisies, right?
Yeah.
Do daisies not have nectar?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I don't think they do. Excuse me, hold on. Okay, sorry, I had a minor coughing fit. But anyways, I was scrolling through and looking, just like I'm doing right now, and I noticed their band picture at the bottom. Mm-hmm. If you want to look at it on your end so you can see it. And I saw the black dude there, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, he looks just like Kill Murphy. Mm-hmm. Who is the lead vocalist of Unity TX.
Yep.
And he's huge on TikTok. Like, as far as, at least in my world of TikTok, he's huge. I love his music with Unity TX. I've listened to them for a long time. I've got a few of their songs in my gym playlist. And I was like, you know what? I'm curious if it's the same guy, because it looks the same. Mm-hmm. It's that giant gauged septum piercing that gives it away. I mean, that thing's like a 00 in his nose.
Crazy.
Like, it's big. He seems like a super cool dude. I love all of the stuff that I've ever heard him make. And this band is so fucking different. Oh, and Kind Eyes. Actually, may not be Unity TX. I might be wrong. It was Kind Eyes that I was thinking.
Okay.
But I love his music. And we're going to go ahead and listen to this song. They're out of California, as far as I know. I'm sure it just told me and I missed it, but this song is Tongue and Teeth by Subtlety, playing now. That's him.
Beautiful.
Oh. I turned down my phone volume and it turned down the volume on my Spotify.
Oh.
I was gonna try to pull up his TikTok to pull up he did a cover. I'll pull it up after the song.
Okay.
And I hope he has it pinned. That little breakdown we just listened to. Mid, like 2010.
Yeah.
Emo era.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Kind of under oathy a little bit.
I haven't listened to them in ages.
I don't think anyone has. Except for me. I found this completely organically too.
Cool.
Like, it was a random song at the bottom of this playlist. Like, the recommended songs for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I didn't know he was in this band. Like, literally until tonight.
Yeah.
I honestly, I didn't listen to the whole thing, I guess. I didn't expect to hear a guitar breakdown like that.
Yeah.
It almost feels out of place. I like it, though.
I do too.
Music should surprise you sometimes. Mm-hmm. All right. That was Tongue and Teeth by Subtlety. Now, I got this pulled up. You probably remember me going around the house singing this. As long as this is the right thing, I'm playing the audio off of TikTok into my microphone.
So, I heard this a couple of days ago, and I was like, yo, this is post-punk, but what if there was, like, pop-punk style lyrics over it?
This is definitely it.
So I wrote something. And I don't blame you for not sticking around with you, so holding my hand, we would be 6 feet deep by now. And time is going nowhere fast, and it hurts facing facts while those living into love. I wonder if you even miss me. How did you move on so damn quickly? I miss when your word was for Jimmy. Too bad I was barely listening to what you need to grow up. Enough is enough.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely amazing. That's Kill Murphy. I typed in his name and controversy came up afterwards.
Oh.
He's not banned currently, but that's a new account.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he didn't do something heinous, but it's music.
Yeah.
People do heinous stuff all the time. I'm not saying he did. I'm going to stick to the fact of he seems like a nice guy, and I don't know anything about the controversy, and I'm not looking it up in the middle of the podcast. The next song is Becoming the Memory by Royal Coda. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
I found this band completely organically, not knowing anything about them, and was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about Royal Coda?
Nope.
It's a fucking super band.
Oh.
They used to have Jason Ellis. I want to say on bass.
Okay.
I didn't put a note in here who he played for before. But anyways, he was replaced by Stephen Gatch. Their guitarist is Will Swan.
Shit.
Of Dance Gavin Dance fame, yes. He's a fucking magician.
Yeah.
Kurt Travis is their vocalist of prior Dance Gavin Dance fame, who sings... He's the vocalist on my favorite Dance Gavin Dance song, Uneasy Hearts Weigh the Most. Dude.
That's crazy.
Already, just having the two of them in a band again. Sergio Medina...
Okay.
Who was the bassist for Chiodos. Mm-hmm. And then Joseph Arrington on drums.
Okay.
Who was the drummer for A Lot Like Birds.
Oh, okay.
Also, I want to say Sergio, or maybe one of the other guys, Stefan, or Jason Ellis. One of the other guys was also in A Lot Like Birds.
Cool.
But no, this is, you can imagine, like, just from their pedigree, right? Yeah. Sort of, that's not the right word, but just from their history of what they've played.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really good. We're going to be listening to Becoming the Memory, Royal Coda, starting now. Immediately Dance Gavin Dance. But it's Will Swan for you. Mm-hmm. They also only have 100K monthly listeners.
Shit.
Pretty, isn't it?
It is indeed.
I just want to hear John Mess chime in with some outlandish lyrics here. It would be so good. I think that's Sergio. I think it might have mentioned that he also does some vocals.
Yeah.
It could also be Kurt. I have no idea. It kind of honestly almost feels like a Dance Gavin Dance clone minus John.
Yeah.
Also with the better vocalist than Tillian. Sorry, not sorry. I don't love Tillian. I think every single one of Dance Gavin Dance's previous vocalists was better.
Yeah.
Controversy aside.
Yes.
Rip. Not Rip, he's not dead. Just buy a MacBook
He's a
from
mess.
him. He is a fucking mess.
He's a mess.
Is he singing about pad thai?
I hope so.
Alright, we can go ahead and pause. Thoughts?
Very, very good.
Reminds you of Dance Gavin Dance, doesn't it?
It does.
And I know you hate them.
Yeah, I do.
That's not true. You hated them before you listened to their good music.
I did indeed.
And now you've heard their Dance Gavin Dance stuff that I listen to. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, they actually are not terrible. Will Swan is an absolute legend, though.
Yes.
And always will be. There's a whole, I think it's a subreddit called Swancore, which is just bands sounding like...
Well, what's funny is when you click on Royal Coda and go down to, like, Discovered On, it says, welcome to Swancore.
Oh, it does. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's like and that's Kurt Travis. 1, 2, 3 over post-hardcore.
Okay.
Yeah. Best of Swancore. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's goated. Man, maybe we need to drive out to Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
I've never been. November at Virginia Beach, though. That might not be the worst thing. Who knows?
Chilly.
Who are they playing with? Idola? I don't know who that is.
Rain City Drive.
Don't know who that is.
Body Thief.
Don't know who that is.
Me neither.
It's cool. We may actually have to do that.
Yeah.
It's not... I mean, that's a long fucking drive, but... It's months away, so... What?
Nothing. I just saw another show I want to go to.
Well, tell me about it in a second.
Okay.
So that was going to be the last one. But I was like, you know what? I had 4. I could go ahead and fuck around and make it 5. And I have got a little story to tell.
Okay.
So I already talked about Kill Murphy. We know that's why Kind Eyes with the song Fuck a Proud Boy is coming up next. We all know who the Proud Boys are, I assume. Mm-hmm. Bunch of racists.
Yep.
Bowling alley drama time. We hired one of the guys from the halfway house. And he has a swastika tattooed on his middle finger.
Hate it.
They make him wear a Band-Aid over it. You'd think he would just get it tattooed over at this point.
Yeah.
He's probably mid-50s. Early mid-50s. Mm-hmm. He's the Snack Shack.
Yeah.
Your order's ready at the Snack Shack. He's always wearing, like, fucking Jordans and, like... Dude's a frumpy-looking dude. That's not a word I use very often, but he is the definition of frump.
It's a great word.
But he's a boiled turd. Everybody there seems to love him, and I'm like... Have you heard him talk about being in the Aryan Brotherhood? Because he's not ashamed of it. He actually talks about it with such, like, he misses it, it feels like.
So shitty.
Yeah, I agree. I would not have hired him.
No.
Not just because of a swastika tattoo, but because of his attitude about having the swastika tattoo.
Well, you know, they're not really discriminatory when it comes to hiring people.
Oh, except for when I tried to get my friend hired and they wouldn't hire him because he's fat.
Yeah.
That was the wording I was give? What the fuck am I saying?
I don't know.
My nose is clogged. I'm having a horrible day. My throat is sore, my fucking nose is clogged, and it's just not a good time to be recording a podcast. But yeah, no, the guy that owns the place told me that he wasn't going to hire my friend because he was afraid he couldn't get around the building because of his weight and because he has a bad hip.
Yet they have no problem hiring a murderer.
A literal murderer. Anyways, we're getting on to this next song. Fuck a Goddamn Proud Boy by Kind Eyes and Unity TX, playing now. Also, it's hardcore, if anybody was wondering beforehand. If you didn't guess that already. Also, Kill Murphy's the vocalist here, too, just so you know. So he can sing and do this shit.
Yeah.
A man of many talents and controversies, apparently. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. You can hear it in his voice, too. Like, he means what he's saying. But no, I've got a couple of his other songs, or their other songs, I guess, in my gem playlist, which I need to use more. Probably. But yeah, that does it for this week's music portion. That means we're jumping right over here to Discord. And you know what we're going to do, boys, girls, and NBs, since I just saw good old Christian in our DMs?
What are we doing?
The arrest portion of the podcast, where we go and look at arrested people's mugshots. Fun fact, Nebraska is where we're going this week. All of these arrests are public information. The people depicted in these records are real people that may be at the lowest point in their lives. This content is being created for entertainment purposes only. Absolutely no ill will is wished to anyone following this message. People with addiction problems are some of the most harmed people in the American judicial system. Addiction is not a joke, regardless of the lighthearted content we are attempting to create.
There ain't much to do in Nebraska.
Why is South Dakota a block, and as well as fucking Washington?
I guess because they don't have
And Alaska and Hawaii?
in these little
Excuse
states.
me. Oh, you don't know what those states out in the ocean are?
Nope.
Yeah, that's the American Isles.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where Epstein keeps his clones.
Fun. Oh, good.
All right, go ahead and scroll us down. We're now at the bottom. So this is the arrest portion of the Goojpod. That's one of the letters of the acronym. So in this portion of the podcast, we look at 4 mugshots and judge the people based on what they look like for potentially what their crime may be, their age, and...
And?
I don't do this alone. I have someone here with me.
Yep, it's me.
So we guess their age, their crime, and I think that's really it.
Yep. We've
So
got 5 counties.
We starting right to left or left to right? Pick today.
Right to left.
Right to left, like we always do.
Yep.
Something about reading titles.
Yep. Something or other.
Another reference, right? Okay, so we're starting off with Chernell
Chernell Henderson.
with 243 views. That's actually quite a bit, which
is indeed.
leads me to believe she might be a murderer.
Could be.
That's murderer territory views.
Yeah. Especially in Nebraska.
Something else we could do is guess their heights.
Yeah. I'm so bad at guessing heights.
I know you are, so let's do it.
Okay.
We'll throw that in there for this one. It may just be a one-off. And if Nebraska doesn't record heights, then we're not going to be doing it at all. But we're going to do it with this one. I'm going to say she's 5'10". She is 36 years old, and she has committed murder.
I'm going to say she's 5'5". She's 31.
She also looks like a male actor. What is his name? Terry Crews.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. You said she was 5'1"?
No, I said 5'5".
5'5".
And she's 31.
31. There we go. There's where the one came in.
I don't know. I'm going with shoplifting.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's crumble this cookie. 29. So you win age?
Mm-hmm. No height.
No height.
Arrested.
Third-degree assault.
Yep. Arrested on a county bench warrant for third-degree assault and obstructing a peace officer.
And she's been arrested 3 other times.
The first time,
Same thing.
failure to comply with the order of a police officer. Assault on
An officer, healthcare
officer,
professional.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
she just keep beating people up.
She be striking people.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we're not going to do the height this episode. If we remember, we may do it next week.
Okay.
But next up, we have Cassidy Jorgensen.
Cassidy Jorgensen.
Cassidy Jorgensen. It's like very Swedish, and her hair is fake blonde.
Yeah, she
Much
looks
like
she
mine.
just got it cut.
Because it's a bad haircut.
Yeah.
She did it herself, crying in the bathroom before she went out and committed this crime.
All right.
You guess first this time, because I did it last
I'm
time.
gonna say she's 26.
Okay.
and public intoxication.
Okay. I'm going to go a little younger and say 23.
Okay.
And I think she was arrested for a Dewey.
Alrighty.
Even though in Nebraska, isn't that a...
It's Dewey.
I was going to say, isn't it a requirement? And she's 22, so I won both.
Nice going.
That was really good. No, I was going to say, isn't it a requirement to drive drunk in Nebraska?
Pretty much.
What do they drink in Nebraska? Busch Lights?
Yeah.
Doesn't Nebraska have a bunch of corn?
I think so.
What else is in Nebraska?
I don't know.
Apparently, Christi Nichols was.
Yes.
All right, let's go forward.
She also apparently drank enough to have a 0.15 plus
That's pretty good.
blood alcohol.
She's winning the leaderboards. Dude, we should keep a leaderboard.
Yeah.
Highest DUI recorded. Oh, no. That would be terrible. It would be funny.
It would be.
Yeah. All right. Up next, we have Steven.
Eichner?
It was an I?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an L. I was going to say Elkner. But yeah, Eichner.
Steven Eichner.
34 views. He looks like the dude that's always with David Dobrik.
Oh, yeah.
I almost said Steve Buscemi, but that's because his name is Steve. It's not Steve Buscemi.
The old guy.
The old guy. He's like a cringe god.
Yeah.
He was just recently on a TikTok of David Dobrik's that I saw, like, showing off his body.
Ew.
And then, like, all the comments are like, why is he doing this? He's fucking old. And it's like, he's doing it because he's probably a predator.
Yeah. I hate that you brought up David Dobrik, because there will be, like, moments of my life where I just forget he exists.
I fucking hate David
Same.
Dobrik. People who made him famous are fucking idiots.
People who made a lot of people famous are fucking idiots.
I don't know a famous person that deserves it. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. He's an angel.
That's like it.
Brendan Fraser. He deserves it.
Bless his heart.
Love him.
All right, let's get back to the task at hand. Steven Eichner. He was arrested at the age of 36.
Okay.
I think I'm going a little high there, but I'm guessing that because of his neck.
Yeah.
Because that sunburnt, like, I'm going to call it a chicken neck.
An apt name.
It probably has a name, and I feel like I
probably
shouldn't
is
say
chicken
stuff like
neck.
that. But it's what it looks like to me. Usually you get that working hard outside. For, like, construction workers basically
Yeah.
all have that type of neck where it's, like, sunburnt red permanently.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say 36, and he was arrested for PI because he looks like a construction worker to me.
I'm going to say 38.
Oh, wow.
I think he's older than you think he is.
Okay.
And I'm going with the good old Dewey.
Okay. The Dewey Decimal System. Holy fuck, that was a lot of things. 41.
He's 41.
So you were right.
Failure to appear in court for indecent exposure.
Oh, man.
Three
Keep your
counts of
dick in
that.
your pants.
Nope. 4, 5, 6.
Oh, my God, he's a
7,
serial flasher.
8, 9,
Oh, and he was
10.
on drugs when he did it.
Yeah.
Did he have 10 counts?
Yeah, 10 counts of...
They gave him 1 count per inch of his dick.
Don't say that.
Why? It's funny.
Possession of a controlled substance with a bond of $10,000.
And also $3,000 for the same.
So $13,000 bond just on that.
And then another $3,000. Up, it's $16K.
A total bond at $23,500.
So you're telling me you can flash anyone you want and get out of jail for $500
Yeah, I guess so.
in Nebraska?
Yeah. What else is there to do in Nebraska?
Well, apparently beat up cops.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting. That was not it.
Goodness
He doesn't look like a serial flasher to me.
No.
So should I tangent into a small story real quick?
Sure.
So I used to live in this small town, not where I live now, and there was a one-handed man who always used to show off his dick when you would drive by. He was completely missing one arm and would
Well-
always pull his dick out.
Gross.
It was like legitimately like a foot long soft.
I don't...
Real skinny, but it was real long.
I don't like that one bit.
It looked like a noodle.
Don't say that.
It looked like a fucking noodle. Like a thick noodle, not like angel hair, but like a good-sized spaghetti noodle.
Quit comparing this man's
I had to
penis
see
to
it.
pasta.
Bruh, I was a child and I had to see it.
Should have been arrested.
He was multiple times.
Good lord.
He'd been arrested like 60 times.
Lock him up.
They did. They
Keep
just
him in there.
They can't. Just like he couldn't keep his dick in his pants.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's go ahead and look at Reagan.
Reagan Hannah.
Her name's backwards.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
You go first.
I'm gonna guess she's 24. She looks pissed off. Possession of a controlled substance.
I'm going to say she's 23. 22.
Okay.
23. We'll go 23. Do you like Price is Right style there and just go one lower than you?
Alrighty.
And she's a hard one to pin down, I think.
Yeah, that's
because I can't tell if she's mad or just like drunk.
Yeah, I can't tell if she's mad, she's high, she's drunk.
Yeah, exactly. I think though, part of me wants to say like fleeing and evading, but I don't want to jump to that one.
Okay.
You know, let's stick it to her. Let's say fleeing and evading. Yep. You bitch.
20.
20, so
You
I
got
win that.
that.
Woohoo, Price is Right.
But
I was going to guess younger, but I decided not to.
yeah, I couldn't tell.
I assumed that she just looked a little bit older because of her little chubby cheeks.
Fair. But I do win the possession of a controlled
You do
substance.
indeed. I wish I knew what substance.
Bingo
but
bango, me too.
Basing on what I'm looking at, I'm going to say it's a downer.
Yeah.
But that does it for the audio portion of the podcast. If you want to continue listening or watching potentially the rest of the podcast, you can watch us do the rest of this for another short little bit because there's not very many counties in Nebraska that report.
Yep.
But if you want to listen to some more, either, come back around and listen to us next week. If you're listening to this weekly, if you're not, binge it. That'd be cool. Let us know. We're on YouTube. In theory, by the time this goes out, we might have a TikTok and Instagram and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Hopefully.
But come back and watch the rest of this episode on YouTube if you're watching along. There'll be another about 10-15 minutes probably of this same exact jail portion of the podcast. I have been Cannon.
And I've been Hailey.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to Goojpod. I am Hailey.
And I'm Cannon.
I lied. Oh, I'm not full screened. I doxed us.
Don't dox us.
So, anyways, where I left us off was with our normal portion of the arrests portion of the podcast. We had been playing this thing called the Mugshot game for quite a while between the two of us, just on our own. I ended up seeing people on TikTok playing an actual Mugshot game like this, like the one you see on the screen. We both decided that our Mugshot game wasn't boring, but it wasn't the most fun thing we could be doing with our time, so here we are playing the actual Mugshot game. And I just wanted to point out that they're all wearing office-related t-shirts.
That's what I was going to say.
So I clicked on a random one and sent you the link to it. We don't have to play this one if it's like office themed.
Okay.
But we're going to go ahead and just do the first one. So we're going to start right to left.
Right to left.
Right to left. You always start right to left.
Yep.
I think that he was driving with a suspended license.
Okay.
Do you agree?
I do.
Okay. The next one is your first choice, and we'll see if I agree with you.
Oh. I'm going domestic assault.
Okay. So I was going to give invasion of privacy to this guy.
Okay.
But I think the guy who looks like cracked out beardy Tyler Childers might have been the invasion of privacy guy. So I'm okay with domestic assault.
All right.
Also, he looks like he would be invading privacy.
Yeah.
The tubby guy. Mm-hmm. Failure to appear, I think.
Okay.
And then contempt.
Let's see how bad
Do we think
are.
that's good?
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Okay. Well, does it not give us the answer?
It does. Here are the correct answers.
Okay. Domestic assault, contempt of court. Wow, we got... Wow. None of our guesses are even right. Play the previous contest. They're all wearing a Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. So this is weird, the way this is
really
done.
Weird.
I'm going to go ahead and give old boy with the long hair who looks like a meth head.
Meth possession?
Meth possession.
All right.
Aggravated assault to the woman. Just correct me if you think that... I want to hear you. I did
No,
too. You did too.
I'm on board with that. I was thinking either that or domestic battery for her.
Ooh, I honestly didn't see domestic battery. Let's do that one.
Okay.
Let's do domestic battery. It's cluttery. Okay. Violating a protective order to the dreadhead.
Okay.
I don't know. He also looks like he'd do coke.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, the old head on the far right looks like he would do coke.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Except he's asleep. Nobody does coke and falls asleep.
You never know.
Okay, we'll go with it if you think so.
An aggravated assault. All right, you ready?
Let's go for it. Oh, wow, we did really... Oh, we should have switched it. I was right.
Have.
Oh, my God. If we hadn't done sleeping on coke...
Dang it.
Hey, you know what? I'm happy with that.
I am as well.
So I was right.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. That was really good.
Play the previous contest?
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness. I like the Blockbuster shirt.
Born to Grill.
Born to Grill. Also, is that woman wearing a suicide bomber vest?
She is... indeed wearing a vest that prevents her from injuring herself and others from injuring her.
Do you think it might be DWI?
I think it might be murder.
We can go murder.
Because, like, you remember
No.
Dylan Roof, the
No.
church shooter? When he was arrested, they put one of these on him so that no one would kill him.
Okay. She also looks really happy. Mm-hmm. Not that murder makes you happy, but you never know.
Old boy with the Trump shirt, I'm gonna guess driving while intoxicated?
You don't think narcotics possession? Because he does not look there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, let's do narcotic possession.
So Blockbuster, I think, could have been... battery on a pregnant woman?
Yeah, that's where I was thinking.
Okay, what about Born to Grill? What do you think?
I'm gonna guess driving while intoxicated.
Why? It's not the jaundiced eyes.
It's definitely the jaundiced eyes.
Yeah, go for it. And then that leaves burglary to the screaming lady. I don't love this,
I
if
don't
I'm being
either.
honest.
I think Blockbuster lady could be the murderer.
That's what my initial thought was, because she looks deadpan. Also, Born to Grill could be a murderer.
It's true.
Which means we're torn, and I think we should just leave it.
All right. See how wrong we are.
We got
the
murder and burglary.
murder.
Okay. Battery on a pregnant woman was born to grill. Narcotics possession, and then
Driving
the
while
DWI makes sense.
intoxicated,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
Okay.
Play the previous contest.
What is okay, so
Okay.
scroll up a little bit.
For today's Friday
photo game.
Readers must examine 5 mugshots that match up with the defendants with the respective weapons they allegedly wielded during assaults or batteries.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the middle lady
All right.
and say ice cream cone.
Okay. I could see that.
You gonna put it there?
Yeah, I was staring at the red bit on her forehead.
I think it's just because she scrubs her forehead too much in the shower.
I'm gonna guess this lady with the ironing board.
Okay.
You down with that?
Sure.
Okay.
I think the old man used pickles.
Thermos?
No. I think she was the curtain rod. I think the dude was the thermos because he looks like he would be at work
Okay.
and had a thermos.
That's fair.
That's my train of thought with it, at least.
All right, we ready?
I'm down with it. Of course, the old man with the pickles. He used the ice cream. You were right with the thermos. Crap. We did so bad. Oh, that's funny. At least you could tell the old man was pickles.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any hesitation in my mind.
No, not at all. All right.
Let's do another. I guess this should probably be the last one.
Okay.
That's 5?
Yeah.
I think 5 would be good. Poetic justice.
Oh.
Bruh, why did the first 3 look like the same dude at different stages in life?
I know. All right, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this guy on the right is solicitation of a prostitute.
Okay. I don't love that, but I'll go for it.
All right.
Unlawful use of a weapon was the middle Mario Judah.
Okay.
Your go.
Ooh. I'm gonna go this guy. Fentanyl possession?
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay.
Yep. Probation violation, homie on the left. Not far left, middle left. Yep.
And then forgery?
He doesn't look like a forger. Switch those.
These two?
I think.
Or do you want to switch forgery and solicitation of prostitution?
That dude doesn't look like he knows how to forge anything.
Well, that's why he's caught.
Well, that's not true. You could still do the forgery
I
and
know.
then be caught.
So swap these two?
What do you think?
I think it's more likely for this guy to be on probation violation.
Okay, so leave it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, it should have been switched to the... Oh, fentanyl possession by the white guy.
Oh.
Unlawful use of a weapon. Probation violation, forgery, and solicitation of prostitution. Damn.
Damn.
Well, I guess that does it. I like these.
I do too.
I think we may continue to do these.
These are a lot of fun.
We may
Find
get
some
the
others.
wild hair. There are definitely others.
Okay.
But we may get a wild hair up our ass and decide to go back to the old format a little bit here and there. I'm not writing that off just yet, but this
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. I
This
had
was
fun doing
indeed.
this. I had a lot more fun doing this than I have
Yeah.
in recent weeks doing our old version of the game. So if you like what you see, please come back and watch some more Goojpod. I have been Cannon.
And I've been Hailey.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.